Our nation's financial crisis, why you should be more worried. Neil breaks it down. Then racing against Reed, Sue Loudon on her run for Senate. It's all on our primetime lineup tonight.
The Bookit.com April month-end closeout sale is live right now, only on Bookit.com. April is almost over. Book it by midnight on April 30th and save up to 70% off top destinations. But hurry, the Bookit.com April month-end closeout sale ends at midnight on Friday, April 30th. So, what are you waiting for? You know what to do.
You better book it to Bookit.com. You better book it.
May I help you?
Hi, I need to start saving on car insurance.
Money a bit tight?
Yeah, I've had to cut back, sell some stuff, like his watch.
Ah, we can help you save because we instantly compare your Progressive Direct rate with rates from other top companies. Watch this. Nice savings.
This means I can buy my watch back.
Well, this watch?
Yeah.
Not for sale.
That's cold.
Making sure you get a great deal. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
America, the land of the free, not according to the hundreds of expatriates who renounced their citizenship last year, citing overtaxation and difficult banking regs. These former Americans are simply fed up. Tea Party headliner and South Carolina lawmaker Joe Wilson is on the case. He joins us now. Congressman, you've reached across the aisle and formed a bipartisan bond with New York Democrat Carolyn Maloney, but it sounds like your concerns are falling on deaf ears. What are your concerns and what do you want to see happen?
Well, I'm really grateful with Congresswoman Maloney. We're the co-chairs of the Americans Abroad Caucus, and so we've requested the Financial Services Committee to have a hearing, Eric, on the problem of persons abroad, nearly 6.2 million Americans who have difficulty in getting bank accounts within the United States. They have difficulty in regard to tax issues, but mainly in regard to banking. We want to have a hearing with Financial Services.
And, Congressman, I mean, we're talking about the renunciations, Americans living abroad and renunciating their citizenship. I mean, I could find that it was only, I think, about 1,000 last year out of the 6.2 million Americans living abroad. But the bigger question is, even though they may not be giving up their citizenship, they are still having trouble accessing their bank loans and their bank accounts. And this is because of these anti-terrorism laws. So how do we balance the two? Because we want to crack down on money laundering by terrorists, but you don't want to affect Americans living abroad.
And you're absolutely correct. And the way to do that is have a hearing. We want to have know your customer. We want people to have addresses that can be verifiable, but an unintended consequence of the law has made it not possible for many people who are living around the world to have a bank account within the United States.
Well, Representative, explain to me why that's so important. Like, 1,000 people out of 6 million are looking to leave the country. Is this really an issue that we should be focusing on?
Well, actually, the 1,000 relates to taxation. And there's a double tax, and that's an issue for Ways and Means. And so what we're trying to address right now is the question of being able to have a bank account. And then if they can't get a bank account in the United States, there are some countries they can't get a bank account there either. And so this needs to be addressed, and that's why I'm very confident if we have a hearing with the Financial Services Committee that we can have people who are Americans living in Saudi Arabia, living in Korea, living in England, they can come and explain the situation they have.
And, sir, just so our audience understands why this is going on with some recent, I guess, higher standards for terrorism regulations and transparency, some of the banks are being told to not allow outsiders to have accounts in the U.S. Is that right?
That's right, and there's a requirement of being able to verify your customer, being able to verify their address, and that's been interpreted to be within the United States when in fact they do not have an actual address within the United States. These are people who have retired to Costa Rica. These are people who have married, they're in the military, and then they marry someone in Japan and determine to live there. These are good Americans. They're great ambassadors for our country. They love America, and they want to maintain their relationship with our country.
And, Representative, how are these laws then working to prevent terrorists, prevent this money laundering? They support groups sympathetic to al-Qaeda.
And that is important because we need to know the customers, because there were millions of dollars being shifted around our country, around the world. The terrorists that we're facing, sadly, are very well financed. also equally said they're very educated. They know how to get